Hey guys, recently we talked about flying a tarp shelter and how to do it. And with that, we talked about needing super long tie-outs. And then there was a really good discussion underneath that video in the comments section about alternate ways. So you don't need all those tie-outs, or what if there's no trees around and this is more freestanding. And listen, there is 1,000 different ways to do it, and a lot of people had good advice. But my advice to everybody, if you're going to do this and you don't have an area or you don't have tie-outs that you can run out to trees, 1,000 different reasons why you can't do that other setup, is to, of course, use 4 sticks around the edges. And that's going to limit how much of that tie-out you need. Plus, it's going to keep the profile of this entire shelter setup minimal. So you don't have lines running around camp, especially if you're at like a state park or something like that, and a campsite is limited to room. You don't have to worry too much about people hanging themselves on those lines. So we're going to look right now at how we do that. So you're gonna have to grab yourself 4 sticks for this setup, and that's really the biggest downfall. If you're in an area that you can't just go cut some fresh sticks or even find them on the ground that are appropriate, it's gonna limit you a little bit. So that is just one consideration you need to take. But once you find the sticks, you want to decide on what pitch you want on this roof. So for me, when I'm standing here, I'm gonna want it at about this angle. So that's where I cut my 4 sticks. So my next step at the top of this pole is to cut something to catch that line as it comes over. So all I'm gonna do, just very simply, is put just a quick V-notch in here. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, just something quick, down and dirty, just like that. So making stuff fly all over the place here, but that's okay. So I'm just cutting in there, cleaning that out. Now, with that V-notch, it'll catch my rope as it comes over and not allow it to go anywhere. And then literally with just playing around a little bit on this to find out where everything fits best, how the poles stand upright, you really quickly have a low profile. So you could see this last tie out that I'm putting in, after I get this set how I want, I just basically pull the line down to the ground just like this, and I'm not using too much cordage at all. I could drive my tent peg in the ground and I could just bring my line down, set it however I would like, and then I am good to go. So with our 4 poles in place, our fly tarp is now a smaller footprint. We don't have those long lines going anywhere. We don't need long lines. All we needed was the 4 poles and we are set to go. So listen, this is just another adaptation of the skills that we can compound over different projects and different shelter setups to make something that fits our needs better. And ultimately, at the end of the day, that's what we're looking for, a compound of skills to make camp life that much better for all of us. So I hope you all like this adaptation of the tarp fly shelter, just something else to think about. And as always, check us out at coalcrackerbushcraft.com. And until next video, stay in the woods and fly your tarp.